It is. No.
Welcome to our production of The Chicken Bone. Please remain in your seats during the performance, as actors will use the aisles for entrances and exits. If you leave your seat for any reason, you will not be readmitted. No audio or video recording is permitted during this performance. Please make sure your phones are turned off, and if you'd like to unwrap any candy, please do it now. Thank you for joining us, and enjoy the show.
Please don't tell me another story, Gretel. That's all we do, and I really don't like her stories.
This is a good one!
Does it have a lot of killing in it?
Once upon a time,
they tell stories to
pass the time.
Yes, and because sometimes it's easier to tell a story than to talk about things.
It's not easy to tell this story.
Once upon a time.
How did they even get here?
It's hard to explain. It kind of involves eating a house, but they were very hungry, see? And hunger makes you do strange things. Once upon a time.
Why do we get hungry?
Because we don't have food.
That's what my story is about.
So no killing in the story then?
Pencil. Once upon a
I
time.
can already tell the story's gonna be boring.
Once upon a time. Once upon a time, a long time ago. So long ago, it was the very beginning of time, actually.
Boring.
Shh. At the very beginning of time, the sky was very close to the earth.
No one worked. No one was hungry.
Because whenever anyone wanted to eat, they just reached up, cut out a piece of sky, and ate it.
It was easier for some people than for others.
But everyone found a way to eat whatever they liked.
Sometimes, the sky tasted like a mass of sweet chocolate, squished with peanuts.
Sometimes it tasted like an ear of corn roasted on a fire.
Sometimes like the reddest seed of a pomegranate.
Sometimes like a cup of coffee. When you reached up into the sky, just as you were waking up in the morning.
Did it ever taste like roasted turkey?
What?
Did it ever taste like roasted turkey? Like the kind of turkey you'd eat at a family dinner?
Yes, of course. It tasted like anything you ever wanted it to taste like.
There was very little work to do, and no one ever got hungry.
And every time someone took a piece of the sky, it never left a hole.
What about leftovers?
There weren't any.
No, but I mean, what if they cut off a piece of the sky and they couldn't eat it?
Well, they would just toss the extra away. There was always more. So the people lived in harmony with the sky.
Sometimes it whispered to them.
Wait a second. If the sky was so close to them, where was the sun?
What do you mean?
The sun lives in the sky. If the sky was so close, wasn't the sun so close too? Wasn't it so close that people would accidentally touch it sometimes and it would like burn them up? Like weren't people constantly on fire and smoking?
No! That's not what happened. The sky was close to people and it was all fine. Just listen to the story.
Well, it wasn't completely fine.
Not totally fine.
Because one day, the sky got angry.
What are you people doing?
Every day you reach up with your little grasping hands, and you cut, and you cut, and you cut!
And that's fine. That's why I'm here.
What?
You take much more than you could possibly eat.
They bit off more than they could chew.
I am tired of seeing bits and pieces of me rotting in the garbage!
You take a bite, decide you want something else, and toss away what's left.
But that's me you're tossing.
Look, I know it must be weird for you having your food talk to you.
Yeah, he's asking me.
But this has got to stop!
The sky got even darker. The clouds scattered. The people knew it was really serious.
You have wasted my gift.
I warn you! Do not waste my gift any longer!
Or
It will disappear!
The people were terrified.
But how can the sky disappear? It's just always there.
The people did not ask any questions that might have angered the sky. They just promised to be more careful.
And for a while they were. But then one day,
The time arrived for the great festival.
dance.
There was a risk that in the festivities people would be reckless.
But no one wasted a single sliver of sky.
Until I always had the problem of wanting too much.
A wealthy woman named Adese was walking home from a wonderful feast.
I can't quite seem to find enough happiness in the moment I'm in.
Adesa had many beautiful necklaces, but she always wanted more.
I love the feel of a new necklace being placed around my neck. But the moment I fasten it, it's no longer new.
She had 11 children, but found that her house was empty.
I was filled with so much joy when my first child was born. I wanted to feel that way over and over again.
On the last night of the celebration, Adesi was walking home.